Hey Gwen, do you know why I love Halloween?
Why? Because you get to dress up as someone other than yourself?
No. I get to eat as much candy as I want, and no one can tell me not to.
That's a good one, Tyrie, but I'm not sure your dentist would agree with you on that statement.
Well, that sounds like a problem for my dentist. Today I will be eating as much candy as possible.
Okay, well anyways, happy Halloween, Broncos, and welcome to episode 4 of
Polypost Now. Starting off this week's headline recap, CPP Armenian community gathered in protest for the ongoing Azerbaijan military attack.
Even though LGBT History Month is coming to an end, we don't have to stop the celebration there.
A group of Broncos showcased the sustainable greenhouse that they built over at the Orange County Sustainability Decathlon.
And last but not least, here's 5 budget-friendly DIY Halloween decorations to spice up the spooky season.
Cal Poly Pomona's Armenian Student Association protested October 10th in front of the University Library in order to spread awareness of the exodus of the, apologies if I mispronounce this, Nagorno-Karabakh enclave following the Azerbaijan military attack. As of September 19th, the Azeri forces were able to outnumber Armenian military forces, causing the Armenian forces to withdraw within 24 hours of the invasion. And as a vast amount of Armenian population has since been forcefully evicted, Azerbaijani forces have begun to invade and disarm citizens. To read more on the topic, please visit our website.
Looking for more to celebrate than Halloween? Well, you're in luck, as the entire month of October is dedicated to celebrating LGBT History Month and learning about the continued struggles, achievements, and allyship pertaining to the LGBTQ+ community. CPP students and faculty dedicate this month towards queer figures of the past who have not only greatly influenced the trajectory of the LGBTQ+ movement, but have inspired this movement to live on. For those on campus looking for more resources and events during the LGBT History Month, the Cal Poly Pomona Pride Center invites all students to stop by and celebrate with each other during this month of love and self-expression.
A group of CPP students unveiled a sustainable greenhouse in Orange County at the Sustainability Decathlon that took place from October 5th to the 8th, as well as the 12th to the 15th. The decathlon includes 10 different categories in which the sustainable house is judged on. With the help of 40+ sponsors, the Sustainable House took 3 semesters to complete, with one of the main focuses being reducing the amount of carbon dioxide emissions when constructing homes. And you can check out the rest of our story on our website.
Finding decorations for the spooky season does not have to be costly. With a little bit of DIY, anyone can be balling on a budget this Halloween. And you can find out Marlene's top 5 inexpensive DIY Halloween decoration ideas on our website.
Speaking of Halloween decorations, are you looking to carve pumpkins like a pro, craft budget-friendly wall decor, and create eerie ghost decorations to transform your home into a spooky sanctuary? Here's Kelsey to teach you how.
Hi, I'm Kelsey from the Polypost, and in this video we're going to talk about Halloween decorations and how to do them for cheap. First tip for really cheap Halloween decorations is tablecloths. They cost like $3 and you get a giant wall poster for $3. You can hang them up on the wall using tape, and if you're in the dorms you can't put holes in the walls, so this is a very good solution for that. Second tip for this holiday season is ghosts. All you need is a plastic bag, some newspapers, which we have a very good one at this school, and a marker. First, you draw your face on it. Make it all spooky, and then follow up the newspaper. After reading, of course. Then you stick all this inside the plastic bag. And then tie it off with hair dye at the bottom. And you have a ghost. And the third and most important tip is pumpkin carving. Because who doesn't love carving pumpkins? Let's go over the steps to carve the pumpkin. First, you take the pumpkin, you take a marker, you draw on the pumpkin. Then, you cut open the pumpkin. Then, you cut the guts, scoop the guts out of the pumpkin. And then, you get to carve the pumpkin. And for a few cool Extra things to add to the pumpkin, if you rub Vaseline around the holes, it'll stay fresh for longer. Also, filled with cinnamon, it'll smell good, so do what you gotta do to show you how fun pumpkin carving can be. The three of us are gonna have a competition, and you can decide who carved them best. Let's meet our first contestant. What is your name?
Santiago.
What are you carving today?
I don't know yet, but if I'm desperate enough, Obama.
Do you think you're gonna win?
Maybe.
I'm here with our second contestant. What is your name?
Miriam,
And what are you gonna carve today?
hopefully cinnamon roll.
And you think you're gonna win?
Absolutely not.
And I'm here with our third contestant. What is your name? Kelsey. What are you carving today? A face. And do you think you're gonna win? No. And now, we draw.
How do I think it's going so far? I think I really overshot on my plans for this pumpkin, but hopefully it goes well.
How do I think it's going? Horribly. I had to change my idea because after 3 tries of trying to do cinnamon roll, I had to give up. So hopefully it's still cute though.
How do I think it's going so far? I think it's going well. I think Santiago really got very ambitious, and I think he's not going to be able to uphold his ambition. And I think that's really going to help us in the long run, because I'm not going to make anything good. But if everyone else makes bad things, I really have a chance to come out on top. So, and now we carve. And now that we've finished carving, we'll go look at the results and see who we think won out of all the contestants. But first, a quick tip. When you have a pumpkin, right, and you don't have a candle, you can put your phone in a plastic bag and then put it in the pumpkin to illuminate it, as seen here. Now let's go check in with our contestants and see how they think they did.
Overall, I think the process went smoother than I thought it would. The lines came out cleaner than I initially thought they were going to be because they were kind of thin, so I'm proud of that. Yeah. I neglected to do the hand because it seemed like more work than it was worth. It seemed like a lot of stress. But yeah, overall, I think the winner would probably be Miriam's little mouse, because I don't know, I just like it, and its eyes seem less dead than the dinosaurs. So.
I think it went okay. Definitely could have been better. I might have stabbed myself a couple times, but that's okay because I made a cute little mouse. I did change my original idea from cinnamon roll because he was just looking a little too atrocious. So I just made a little mouse, kept it simple. I didn't carve all the way through just because it was easier for me to have more control of the knife. But yeah, my vote would be for Santiago. I think he has us all beat.
So how do I think it went? I think it went quite well. I started out trying to make a face, and then I switched to making Barney the dinosaur. Not because the face went bad or anything, just decided to make Barney, because Barney's cool. So I scratched out his stomach, so it would illuminate, but it wasn't all the way cut through. So advanced level pumpkin carving technique. But even as much a pro as I am myself, I do not think I won. I think Harry Styles and Obama that Santiago made was definitely my choice for who should win. So overall, as you can see, we have our winner of the pumpkin carving contest. It was Obama and Harry Styles in their lovely relationship. And so I hope you guys enjoyed watching us carve pumpkins and learn about some other decorations to make as well. And yeah, have a spooky Halloween, CPP.
If you're planning on making tonight even more scary, then don't miss out on the Los Angeles Haunted Hayrides and the many haunted attractions located in Griffith Park. But before you buy those tickets online, let's ride along to Briana and Reyes to tell us more about the LA Haunted Hayrides.
Hi Broncos, I'm Briana.
And I'm Reyes,
And today we're visiting the Los Angeles Haunted Hayride.
located in Griffith Park in Los Angeles.
Upon entering, we were greeted by interactive Midnight Fall citizens who warned us about what might be lurking around the event.
The hellbillies and all of those on the hayride are absolutely out of their minds.
From here, we took our chances and cautiously headed toward the infamous Haunted Hayride, where we piled into a wagon with about 20 other people who were anxious with fear. Along the horrifying ride, we were chased with chainsaws, with an alien taser that was out of this world. We were lunged at by an imprisoned demon. We were tormented from above us, and even threatened.
My son is a fish, and he will chomp and kill you, but I'm gonna kill them.
We were also taunted by clowns. And then we met our end along an explosive bridge. From here, we headed in to see what other entertainment this event had to experience.
Along with the Haunted Hayride, the event also hosts 3 different mazes, various theatrical experiences, and lots of food vendors.
One maze was themed after Trick or Treat, the movie, another called Midnight Mortuary, and the last one, Hellbilly Halloween. We also got to enjoy Catfight Coffee along with many other vendors that sponsored this event. After that, we got to enjoy a haunted show surrounded by the town locals.
Things to know before you go is there's no costumes allowed and to bring comfortable walking shoes because we're literally in the middle of Griffith Park. Also, the event might be too intense for children under 12 years old.
When asking about what we could expect next year, this was the only answer we got.
Oh, I can't tell you that, but they will tell you at Midsummer Scream. That's where we unveil all of our secrets.
After everything we experienced and all the people we talked to at LA's Haunted Hayride, one thing's clear. It's a great place for photo opportunities and a great place to get scared.
And even after the 15-year anniversary this year, we only have bigger and better things to look forward to next year. This has been the Haunted Hayride with Bree and
Reyes.
You probably saw our Halloween PSA of what not to wear to school in the last episode, but if you haven't yet, make sure you check it out. For this week's episode, we're going around CPP campus asking Broncos what they're planning on dressing up as, and here's Marline to tell us more.
Hi guys, it's Marline here. I'm going to be doing a Reporter on the Street Halloween costume edition. Hi, I'm here with
Daniel.
Hi Daniel, so I have a question. Do you have a Halloween costume?
Yes, so I'm actually going to be Frog from Frog and Toad, the book.
Wow, that's vintage. You're so young to know that book.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was read to me as a kid. So
Wonderful. Your mom has good taste, or your dad. So, did you DIY the costume?
yeah, so mostly like just thrifted a lot of the clothing parts, and then my girlfriend's making like a hat with like a frog like looking thing.
How cute. So she's gonna add the eyeballs and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
She's my type of girl. My other question is, do you have any plans for Halloween?
Yeah, so I'm actually going to a like mini show, like a punk show, over in San Diego.
Shout out to the band. What's the band's name?
The Sledges.
Wow. So check out the Sledges.
Yeah.
So are you gonna come dress on Halloween?
Yeah, so it's like you show up and you get like you pay for the ticket, it's like $5 rather than 10 if you show up dressed.
Wonderful. Well, hopefully I get to see your rockin' Toad costume. And yeah, thank you for the interview. Alrighty, so what's your name?
my name's Santi.
Hi, Santi. What's your major?
My major is urban and regional planning.
Wow, it seems like a good one. So, do you have any Halloween? Do you have a Halloween costume for Halloween?
Yes, I'm actually doing like a planned partner costume with my partner. I'm gonna be Medusa, and my partner's gonna be like a gargoyle.
Wow, so she definitely can look at you in the eye.
Yeah.
Is it a DIY or did you buy it?
So we didn't buy like a set. Like there's like actual like costume sets, but we just bought like individual pieces, and we're just gonna all merge it and hope for the best. Hope it turns out good.
I think it will, with your fashion sense.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, what plans do you have for that exact day?
For Halloween, honestly, I'll probably just go trick-or-treating or maybe just stay home and give out candy. I'm not sure. I'm just really excited for the costume part, but I think I'm gonna go trick-or-treating with my partner. I think so.
Wonderful. So my last question is, would you join my rock band?
You rock.
Because I am Prince.
Naturally, yes.
Thank you. Hi guys, I'm here with
Celeste.
Hi Celeste, what's your major?
Landscape architecture.
Wonderful. Do you have a Halloween costume?
I do. I just got it ready, like yesterday.
Can you tell us what it is, or is it a secret?
It's okay. It's from a movie about like penguins that surf. So I'm gonna be Cody Maverick.
How cute! So did you make it or did you buy it?
Well, I already had the penguin costume, but I had to make the surfboard out of cardboard, and I made this little necklace.
Interesting. Now, do you have any special plans for that day?
I don't have any for that day, but this weekend I'm going to a rave, so I'm gonna wear the costume.
Nice. Are you gonna crowd surf?
Yeah, maybe if I have the opportunity.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for taking the time to allow us to interview you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I'm looking forward to seeing your spooky Halloween costume on October 31st. Now back to the anchors.
Those are some great ideas. That's for sure going onto my drawing board for future Halloween costumes.
Maybe you can dress up as your worst nightmare, the dentist.
No thanks. But you know what's scarier than spooky season? Our sports teams, because they're scary good at what they do.
And Noel is here to tell us more on Polypost Sports.
What is going on, Broncos? My name is Noel Sanchez. I hope everyone is having an amazing Halloween, and welcome to another segment of Polypost Sports. One-year anniversaries are usually something to celebrate, but unfortunately for Cal Poly Pomona's volleyball team, this was not the case. They took their first home loss at Kellogg Arena exactly 1 year ago this past Saturday at the hands of Sonoma State University. It was a hard-fought battle all throughout as the Broncos forced the Sea Wolves to 5 full sets and ultimately got outperformed in the final one. But on a brighter note, the volleyball team did find some success the day prior on Friday when they took down Cal Poly Humboldt and won 3 out of 4 sets at home. And even though the Broncos would have loved to have closed off the week with 2 dubs, they were at least able to see some of their players sketch their names in the history books, as Daisy Duke is now in sole possession of CPP's number 5 spot on the all-time kills list with 1,122, and TPP's number 6 spot on the all-time kills list with 1,292. Caitlin Tucker also now has 56 career solo blocks, moving her up to 9th all-time in Broncos history. CPP's volleyball team now sits at 15-5 on the year, and they will travel to face Chico State next on October 27th. Next up, it was a super eventful and successful weekend for Cal Poly Pomona's cross-country teams. Both the men and women's team competed in the CCAA Championships hosted by Cal State East Bay on Saturday, October 21st. The women's team finished with 3rd place in the championship tournament. Can you believe that? Beating their previous best in 2019. Stanislaus State just barely edged out CPP for 2nd place with an average 6K race time of 21:52 compared to the Broncos' 21:56. Alondra Arias charted the best finish for the Broncos as she came in 6th place in the race overall. And how about the men's team? They also had themselves an amazing Saturday outing as they finished 2nd place in the CCAA Championships for the 3rd straight year. Unfortunately, Chico State's average run time of 24:51 beat out the Broncos on 25:07, but CPP still had 4 runners placed in the top 10, and among them was Daniel Echeveste, who finished in 5th place. I know there's a lot of soccer fans watching this, so good news for you, the wait is over. Starting off, the men's soccer team improves to a 9-1-4 record after 2 straight victories this week. The first one was on Friday, October 20th against San Francisco State, and 4th-year defender Jasper Winslow had his name all over this one, guys. He was able to notch 2 penalty kicks into the opposing team's goal in the second half alone to lead the Broncos to a 2-0 victory. And then you fast forward to Sunday, and CPP once again had their hands full facing off against number 22 Cal State Monterey Bay. Defender Finn Jackson got the Broncos started just under 14 minutes into the match with his first goal of the 2023 season. Talk about a celebration. And Roberto Benajas also chipped in with his own right-footed kick at the 25th minute mark not too long after. And then Winslow had to join the scoring frenzy once again to give CPP their 3rd and final goal of the day shortly after. The final score was 3-1 in the Broncos' favor. But guys, we gotta shift over to the women's side of things because they've been going crazy. Their soccer team now boasts an 8-3-3 record on the year with 2 recent games they played. Their first came on Friday against San Francisco State, where they scored critical goals at the end of both halves and came out on top 2-1. Unfortunately, things did not always go in their favor as they could not find the scoring output against Cal State Monterey Bay, as they had to play through some rain and eventually dropped the match 0-1 and couldn't get a single goal. I am very excited to have star junior midfielder Aubrey Burnett joining me today. She is going to discuss the women's soccer team's 2023 campaign so far. Auburn, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm very excited to have you joining us. I know the women's soccer team, everybody loves it right now. You guys are like the hottest commodity on campus right now. So first off, my first question for you has to be, you guys played 2 games this past weekend. I know you would have loved 2 victories, but unfortunately you guys did go 1 of 1. That is still good. What were your biggest takeaways from the games you played over the weekends?
Yeah, so both 2 different games, 2 different takeaways from there. So for the first one, we ended up winning 2-1, but we were tied in the end of the second half. So I think for that game, the biggest takeaway for that would be that our team's ability to come back from adversity, honestly, because like I said, we were tied 1-1 and we really needed to win that game. So I think adversity was the biggest takeaway for that game. As for the second game, we did lose 1-0 to Monterey Bay. Not the result that we wanted, but I think for the biggest takeaway for that game was the fact that there are things that we do need to work on, and it's better to have that result now than in the end of the season when it's win or go home. So.
Definitely. Once those win or go home games come around, that's definitely where you see a lot of the leaders on the team step up. That's when I'm sure someone like yourself who has a ton of experience playing soccer comes into play. But talking about conference play, that has been an area of success for you guys the entire year. I couldn't help but notice that looking at your record, looking at the statistics. What type of preparation do you guys go through ahead of playing teams that you're going to see numerous times throughout the year?
Yeah, I think our team knows that all of the CCA teams are really competitive and really solid. So no matter who we're playing, I think our preparation is just show up to practice, be present every day, and just work to make each other better, and not even yourselves, but you're working to make everyone else around you better. And yeah.
Sounds like a very selfless mindset right there. That's what you love to see from any collegiate athletic program around. Now, Auburn, I gotta talk about your role as a midfielder, because I mean, just playing soccer, I feel like the responsibilities that you have, they don't get appreciated enough. You know, you have responsibilities on both ends of the field, playing defense, trying to get to the goal, trying to score. So how would you describe your role as a midfielder for the Cal Poly Pomona women's soccer team?
Yeah, so as midfielder, like you said, we do play both defense and offense. I'm more of a defensive player. I stay back more. But I think my job is to like intercept the ball when the other team tries to go over our defense, and kind of be like in the spaces to block the ball going over our head or anything. And then also on the offensive side of things, playing good balls forward and getting assists for our team.
Awesome, love to hear that. I think whenever you're able to like be all over the field and just contribute in a number of ways, that's how you're gonna stay on the field. You're not gonna get pulled out of the game in key moments. The coach has a lot of trust in you, I bet. But one of the reasons why I was super excited to bring you on, Auburn, was because just reading your backstory, that's something that I want to spotlight to the entire community, to the entire Cal Poly Pomona campus. You've been a contributor on a number of teams over the years for the Army, for Fullerton College, but how does playing at Cal Poly Pomona differ to your experiences compared to those other squads?
Yeah, so at Cal Poly Pomona, like from the first day I stepped like onto the practice field with the team, I felt so welcomed and like really had a sense of belonging, and I really just love it here. I think that is one of our key statements as a team. Like, no matter how much you play or no matter where you come from, your background, like you have a spot on this team, and we need you from the very end to get where we want to be. So I think that's just a big thing why I love it here, and not only like the soccer aspect, but I really love the campus, and like I just felt a sense of belonging from the first day I came here. So
100%. I mean, whenever it's with sports teams, you want to feel like that family aspect. It's not just playing sports. I mean, something like we were talking about before, this is like the bus rides home. Something as simple as that is what you're going to remember for years. Once even you're not even playing soccer anymore. But I mean, we got this pumpkin right in front of us. Halloween is right around the corner, and that means that the regular season is coming to an end. And the CCAA tournament is right around the corner. Auburn, how would you describe the current energy surrounding the team now that the playoffs are about to be here?
Yeah, I think our energy is pretty good going forward. Like I said, we did just have a weekend, but I think we're gonna take this weekend and move forward from it and really learn from it. And I think that we're gonna bring it in the big moments that really matter, and we're gonna really push through to the end of the season.
Well, there you have it, folks. Like I said, CPP women's soccer team, one of the hottest commodities on the campus. Auburn, you are a superstar. I very much appreciate you coming on and talking to me about the season so far, and I wish you guys the best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you so much.
Of course. You can catch both the women's and men's soccer team back in action on October 27th at home against Cal State East Bay, and October 29th against Cal State San Marcos. Meanwhile, CPP's volleyball team will be on the road on October 27th and 28th, facing off against Chico State and Stanislaus State. That is all for PolyPost Sports today. Make sure to stay tuned for more PolyPost Sports content, and keep up with all things Broncos sports at broncosathletics.com, where they stream games on the CCAA network, available for all students. Once again, my name is Noel Sanchez. Happy Halloween, Broncos, and now back to the anchors.
Thanks for the recap on this week's sports, Noel. Told you they were scary good.
They're definitely not kidding around, that's for sure. With that said, that's all for today, Broncos. Tune in again next time with us here at PolyPost Now.
And don't forget to check our website out at thepolypost.com for more leading news content. But for now, this has been Tyrie.
And this is Gwen. Have a great week, Broncos.